Welcome to Inside Riverview, a series of programs that highlight the various services provided under the Riverview Regional Medical Center umbrella.
I'm Roger Mills, and this is Lloyd Ford, who's the CEO at Riverview Regional. And today we're going to be bringing you some really interesting news, 3 different topics, things that are going on, of course, inside Riverview. And Lloyd was gracious to join me and bring you guys the information.
Glad to be here.
Something that a lot of people don't always hear in the newspapers and different places in the media is the positive stuff.
Correct. I mean, a lot of times you hear some of the negativity, especially in healthcare, with everything that's going on in our world, and healthcare is a main focus. Not just of our community, but overall United States, and it's getting tougher and tougher to deliver the high quality care that everybody expects. So. A lot of times all you do is hear the negativity that we're not as good as some other countries, which is not true. I mean, we do have the best health care possible in the world. It just, as a society, we probably don't really realize what we really have at times. So that's where you get a lot of the negativity, and costs are high when it comes to having the best health care around.
Right, and of course, if you ever get a chance to go out of country or go online and Google little hospital treatment,
yeah,
it's not what you think.
It's not what you think. And I've actually know some individuals that one was in China, and she got sick, and you have to pay for interpreters. You have to it's not just given to you in these other countries. So we need to be thankful for what we actually have here in the United States.
Absolutely. Well, talking about thankful, I recently read some information. This is one of the reasons we're here. Is I read information because it was a regional and national news article about Riverview, and it was what I want to talk about is that award that y'all received, how it comes up, how they, I guess, award you guys. What are some of the determining factors in that award itself?
Sure. Recently, we were notified that we won one of the best regional hospitals by the U.S. World News magazine, which is a major magazine in the United States, and we had no idea we were going to get this award. And what they do on a yearly basis is they rate all different hospitals in a lot of different categories, and recently this year they put in a regional hospital award for hospitals that are outside of large metropolitan areas that provide superior care. And they do all the analysis, and they get the numbers from CMS websites, and they do everything. I mean, they didn't even notify they were doing this, and they put all the data together, and we were one of 9 hospitals in the state of Alabama, and one of 247 in the nation that won best regional hospital outside of a large metropolitan area, which is pretty impressive.
That is impressive, because it isn't something. And this is what I was going to mention too. A lot of times, like in any industry, you can buy information that makes you look good.
Yeah, you can. There's certain things you can't manipulate with CMS and all these things, but there is companies out there that you can actually go ahead and pay them enough money where they can make you look really well. Where U.S. World News magazine report is not that way. I mean, they didn't ask us for any payment. They didn't ask us for really anything. It just, we got notified that we were one of the top regional hospitals in the United States.
That's awesome. So
yeah.
It's really third party. It's not propaganda to sell anybody anything. It was a direct response to the quality of care that y'all provide.
Right. And it's all the data that we submit to the government and to our third party payers. And that's where they get all that data, and they put it together, and it comes back to ratings. I mean, they pride themselves on their reputation at U.S. World News, and it's a major award, knowing that you are doing the right things. Do we have opportunities to continue to improve it? Absolutely. I mean, and that's where we're working towards. Healthcare is getting so much tougher, but it shows that we're on the right track, and we're moving in the right direction to provide the ultimate patient experience here at Riverview.
I like those words, ultimate patient experience. That's huge.
It's huge. Because a lot of times, you know, patients really don't know the quality of care that they're getting. You know, and that's why we're in a nice new room. We're doing some renovations. Is a lot of times quality of care is how well you're treated, and the atmosphere. If the food's good, if it's hot or cold in the room. Really, you know, people are not that educated to know that, you know, what happened inside your body was fixed or not, just if you got well. So we have to really, I mean, the good part about getting the award is it shows that we are doing that, but then ultimately, you know, we're still improving on how we look, how we attract people, and recently I'm teaching a new fundamental for all of our colleagues, or associates as we call them here at Riverview, called Smile School. And that's just how we adapt and work with everybody as patients. You know, a lot of times, you know, you need to treat people like you want to be treated. Right. And that's really our mission for this year, is continually work on it. We got some opportunities to improve too, and that's just going to make us better for the future.
Right. Well, let's see what we're talking about. The renovations, something new. Another new big thing. You know, of course, a lot of renovating in the rooms, a lot of modernizing in the rooms, comfort and feel and so forth. But something that's really big is this Robotics Institute that's becoming kind of a keynote around the hospital. I'm just interested in what it is and how it's going to affect the patient.
Well, we took a couple years ago. We bought the Da Vinci a robot, which was kind of a cutting-edge technology for healthcare in a lot of different fields. Mainly it was used by urologists initially. And then we upgraded to the new 4-arm robotics about 1.5 years ago, which means we're only one of few that have that type of robotics. And, you know, in the past they used, especially for prostate cancer, you know, you'd go in for the surgery and the patient would stay in the hospital from 3 to 6 days. Now, you have a prostate with the Da Vinci robot, you're normally out the next day. And my father-in-law was actually one of those examples. So it's a tremendous cutting-edge technology that saves, you know, the patient has less pain, has less you know, blood loss, less incisions, and they're out of the hospital a lot quicker, and it's actually a better procedure. But over the last couple of years, there's been more training with robotics into general surgery. We have some general surgeons that are learning and training with or have already trained on the Da Vinci. Hysterectomies, normally on an average now, 56% of hysterectomies are done on the Da Vinci, which I think in our area we have a lot of opportunity here, because presently we're only doing about 3% of hysterectomies in our northeast Alabama with the Da Vinci, and women need to know that is a phenomenal procedure. And if it would have been available when my wife had that procedure a number of years ago, I would have recommended that for her. And also now they are now doing valve replacements in the cardiothoracic world with Da Vinci's. It's continually moving more and more specialized services on the Da Vinci, and you say why? It's precise. It doesn't take away the knowledge of the physician, but it makes them even better when you do that procedure. And actually, I have went in and watched a full procedure with the Da Vinci, and it's amazing. It's amazing at the graphics, what the physicians can do, and I mean, it's just one of those things that you know, if you're in a certain procedure, ask your physician, you know, can I get this done with the Da Vinci or the robot? Right. And then, you know, our next procedure is we're also the only one that has the Mako robotic arm, which is in the state of Alabama, and we still are. So we've decided to develop a robotics institute. You know, what's best? And with the Makoplasty robotic arm, what it has done is it's taken a partial knee replacement where people usually stay 3 to 5 days. They're usually gone. I've actually had people walk out here the same day. Wow. With that. That's rare, but there is people that have done that. Most of the time they're leaving the next day, or their stay is between about 2 days. And you say, well, why is that? It's less incisions, less muscle you're cutting, and it's a precise, exact presentation or a maneuver that they do with the knees that just, your healing time's so much better.
That's amazing. Now, I assume, of course I never like to assume, but I'm assuming now, that on the website, they can go to the website and get more information on some of this stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have Makoplasky and the physicians that help perform those procedures here at Riverview. And the other good part too is as we're developing our robotics, we're trying to develop our whole institute over there, where you come right into the. Right now we have a heart and vascular center. We're actually that's going to be partially heart and vascular center robotics institute, where you come right in, get your procedures done there, stay in that unit, and then leave from that unit. So you're not coming into, a lot of times the hospital's scary, and you got 7, 8 floors here, or you got 8 floors in Riverview, and we got a lot of renovation going on, and it's scary at times. So sometimes when you can make the experience better for the patient, it adds, it just makes us better at what we do.
The bottom line, and being very grateful for this, working with you guys for a long period of time, it's great to see a constancy of y'all looking out for the quality of care of the patient, and it never stops.
Oh, true. We're always looking at better ways to do things. I mean, if there is a complaint about something that we haven't done well, we have a number of people that are looking at it to make sure we improve. I deal with it, I deal with the positives and the negatives. We've been getting a lot of positives, but sometimes we're not always perfect. And, and each individual patient is different than the next one, and we got to continually work on those things and work with the family to make sure that they're informed, they know what's going on. And like I say, a lot of times the patient's scared. So their expectations are a lot higher, and we got to continue to realize that's why we're really working on really improving the patient experience at Riverview to make us an even better leader in the healthcare sector in Northeast Alabama.
Well, I will tell you guys, if you see Lloyd, stop him and ask him, because he's not only passionate about what he does for a living, but he's very passionate about Riverview and the things that are going on here in this hospital. So thanks again for being with us, Lloyd. It's always a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
We'll be back again.
Thanks.
This has been Inside Riverview, a series of programs that highlight the various services provided under the Riverview Regional Medical Center umbrella. Be with us next time for another look inside Riverview.